Hey, what's up, guys? Now there's not many of you out there, but this is basically a redo of one of my earlier rant videos talking about the last Airbender movie. Yeah, the reason for that is, well, since I started doing all this stuff, I've gotten better at it. Let's let's just skip in the topic there. Let me see. Let me figure out what all was wrong with this movie. Well, we all know why it's called The Last Airbender because of James Cameron's movie. So that's not a big deal. Here's the big first problem with the name pronunciations. Yes, I'm getting right into this here. I'm not screwing around. Of course, they should have picked. To be honest, the first problem they had with this movie was the director. They should not have picked M.Night to direct a freaking Nickelodeon cartoon movie. Or live action version of a Nickelodeon cartoon. Seriously? There were so many better qualified directors for this. Why M. Night Shyamalan? His last two movies before The Last Airbender were fucking terrible, even though I've never seen them. But still, reviews saying that those movies weren't good. That's going off topic again. Let's get right into this. First problem with this movie, besides the damn fucking director, as I just said, is the lack of comedy. This movie is way too serious. I am not joking. You can even probably name off the number of funny moments in this movie on one hand, if there is any, or if any exist. Oh, the characters. There's no character development in this movie. We're just supposed to accept what the movie tells us. Really? No, it's not going to happen here. M. Night, really? There's a little something called character development. Ever heard of it? Your earlier movies were good. Sixth Sense, Silence, and all that. This was absolute garbage. And you're just got a lot of people, and I mean millions of fans pissed off at you for what you did to The Last Airbender. I mean, how in the world did you fuck up this series so badly? Now people are gonna understand. Now people, when they hear the name of The Last Airbender, they're gonna think of the movie and not the cartoon. My suggestion is just watch the cartoon. Forget this movie ever existed. Don't even bother with it. Don't even get me started on the name pronunciations. If I remember correctly, the creators of the animated series had really no input in this movie whatsoever. What they did was, in the trailers, they actually showed off the final actual battle between the Northern Water Tribe and the Fire Nation ships. Really? And let's talk about the Earthbenders. I mean, seriously, hold on a second. Sorry. They were supposed to be imprisoned in a place where they couldn't earthbend, and yet here they could earthbend, even though they were supposed to be imprisoned. Really? Oh, needless to say, they tried to cram like 20 episodes, the entire first season, into an hour and 40 minutes. No. Okay, you do not freaking do that. For the first season, I mean, seriously, for the first season alone, it should have at least been an hour longer, if at the very least. But an hour and 40 minutes, no. You don't just go blindly rushing through everything. And with the budget that Paramount had gave the director, you could have done so much more. And left in so much more. Yes, I'm talking about Kyoshi Island, which was completely non-existent and cut from the movie. Why? I mean, seriously? Kyoshi Island was a very key, important place in the first season. You do not cut out things that are important to the first season, or else I hope they don't fucking make the next two seasons into movies, Especially with that asshole as the director. He should have never been allowed to direct this fucking piece of shit. Because, let me get this straight. Not to mention, characters have no personality at all. I actually watched a video review not too long ago saying Steven Seagal had more emotion than they did. That's saying something. When someone like Steven Seagal has more emotion than the entire cast of one movie, that's a bad sign. Oh, the name pronunciations. Really? Last time I checked, M.Night, we're in America. We're not in India. And last time I checked, last time I remembered, Zuko has a star, not a birthmark. That's not gonna cut it, okay? That barely is considered to be a star. That's not even a star. That's, no, You don't understand it. Oh, Sokka and Ong. Really? It's Aang, Sokka, Iroh. Get the names right. Oh, and it's Avatar, not Avatar. Really? It's not gonna cut it. You really need to freaking learn how to do things right. You watched only a few episodes. Really? How much of the first season did you even see? If you had freaking watched the entire first season, you would probably... My only advice to you is to fucking do your research. Study the source material. Get the freaking series right. Well, actually, you can't do that now. The movie came out 2 years ago, so it's too late for that. There's no way you're gonna freaking redeem yourself after this piece of trash movie fucking disgraced our movie theaters. You have royally screwed yourself, M.Night. Just... And let's not talk... I mean, seriously, the characters didn't even look like they were made to play the actors and actresses didn't look like they were made to play the characters. And what's the deal with Ozai? He's not even supposed to be seen until season 2. There's another screw up there. And Appa and Momo, they barely got any screen time, and they're important characters too. Giving them, like, what, 5 minutes total screen time on the entire movie? No, that's not gonna fucking fly. My only thing I have to say, if I was giving this movie a rating, I give it a -0. Yeah, that's how bad it is. I don't care if it's not a number. I'm giving it a 0 out of 5. It's not worth the trouble. If you're a fan, avoid this movie. Stay away from it. This is Edge Chat. See you guys later.